Chapter 3. Next morning, Anna Harland went to the court. She was first there. She sat in the courtroom and waited. A lot of people came in, and she saw a man and his wife. Perhaps they're Hassan's father and mother, Anna thought. But she did not want to talk to them. The lawyers came in next, with a lot of papers. They sat at a table in front of her and talked quietly. Those two lawyers, Anna thought, they're old friends. But one of them wants my daughter to die, and one wants her to be free. After the lawyers, the jury came in. 12 people, men and women. They sat down and watched the lawyers. They looked at Anna and then talked quietly about her. These people don't look very important, she thought. But they are the most important people here. They're going to say, she did it, or she didn't do it. And then Sarah comes home to me, or she dies. She watched their faces carefully. Then some policemen came in. Inspector Aziz saw Anna and smiled at her. But Anna did not talk to him, because Sarah came in at the same time. She looked afraid, and her face was very white. She looked across the courtroom, saw her mother, and gave her an unhappy smile. There were 2 policemen behind Sarah, but Anna did not look at them. She looked at the tall, dark young man next to Sarah, Hassan. He's about 20 years old, Anna thought. He's very tall, but he has a nice face and very beautiful dark eyes. Sarah likes him, and I can understand that. But he looks very unhappy too, and afraid. His hands are moving all the time. Hassan looked at Sarah and smiled. She smiled back at him. Anna wanted to talk to Sarah, but just then a policeman said loudly, "All stand, please." Everybody stood up, and the judge came into the courtroom. He went to his chair and sat down. The police lawyer began. "These 2 young people came into our country last week," he said. "The young man lives in this country, and the young woman is English. At the airport, the police looked in their bags, and they found 3 tubes of toothpaste. these tubes of toothpaste. He had the 3 tubes in his hand, and he looked at them. Everybody could see them. But are they tubes of toothpaste? He asked. No, men and women of the jury, they are not. Oh no. There is no toothpaste in these tubes. There is heroin in them. Yes, heroin. A bad, dirty drug. Perhaps the worst drug. People die from this drug. The White Death, they call it. The lawyer stopped and looked at the jury. He waited for a minute or two. The courtroom was very quiet. Then he began again. But why, you ask me? Why did these 2 young people have this heroin in their bags? I can't tell you. Because heroin is one of the most expensive drugs, too. They can sell these tubes of heroin in our country for perhaps £80,000. 80,000 pounds. Easy money. And men and women of the jury, many people in our country, young people, school children too, take this drug. At first, it's exciting and they feel happy. But then they need more and more heroin. And they need more money to buy the drug. They leave their homes and families. They take more heroin. And more. They can't stop. Soon, the drug begins to kill them. And in the end, they die. The White Death. It's not a quick death. And it's not an easy death. Yes, men and women of the jury. Many young people and children. Your children and my children, remember, die because of this drug. The lawyer stopped again. The jury watched him and waited. He's very good, Anna thought. Very, very good. He's telling the jury an exciting story, and they like him. But it isn't good for Sarah. The lawyer walked across the courtroom and stood in front of the jury. But, my friends, he said to the jury, we have a law in this country, and the law is not difficult to understand. When people bring heroin into this country, they bring death too. We need to stop these people. And how can we do that? The answer is easy. The law for these people is death.